On June 12, 2025, tragedy struck. Air India Flight AI-171, a Boeing 787 Dreamliner, crashed shortly after takeoff from Ahmedabad, killing 241 people on board and at least 38 people on the ground. It is one of the deadliest accidents in Indian aviation history. And before investigators even reached the site, social media already had answers. Blame was placed, conspiracies were spread. But today, we are doing something simple. We are separating facts from fiction because aviation deserves that respect. This isn't just a video, it's a reminder. Let the truth fly. So, what actually happened? Here's what's been confirmed by multiple sources, including the DGCA and AAIB. On June 12th, AI-171 took off from Ahmedabad for London. Within 30 seconds, the aircraft reached 625 feet, then stalled and plunged into a student hostel in the Meghani Nagar area in Ahmedabad. CCTV footage confirmed the aircraft descended in flames. One survivor, a British passenger in seat 11 Alpha, was pulled from the wreckage. The flight data recorder and cockpit voice recorder have been recovered, and a joint investigation is underway involving Indian, UK, US, and Boeing teams. Until the final report arrives, any conclusions are premature. But the internet, it had other ideas. Let's talk about some of the wild, harmful claims being spread. It was a terror attack. Fact check, investigators have found no signs of sabotage or explosives. No credible threat was reported before departure. Second, the pilot forgot to retract the gear. Fact check. The landing gear was still down, yes, but that's exactly what the investigation is trying to understand. It's not evidence of negligence, it's a clue, not a conclusion. Third, Air India aircraft are flying coffins. Fact check. This was a Boeing 787 Dreamliner, a highly advanced aircraft used by leading airlines worldwide. Air India has 34 Dreamliners and none have reported similar issues. All are now being re-inspected out of caution. And let's be honest, how many of us posting opinions are actually qualified to decode black box data? None. That's why we have professional investigators. The rat speculation. Now some are talking about the rat or the ram air turbine being deployed during the crash. First, let's be clear. The rat is a small emergency turbine that pops out when an aircraft loses electrical or hydraulic power. It is not something that activates during normal operations, and if it did deploy, it means something went very wrong, but it doesn't tell us what or why. So yes, if the rat deployed, it could suggest a total or partial power loss, but it's only one piece of a much larger puzzle. And again, only the flight data recorder and cockpit voice recorder can confirm what truly happened in those final 30 seconds. The blame culture. There's a dark joke in aviation. If a pilot dies, blame him, and if he survives, sue him. And tragically, that's what we are seeing now. These were trained professionals flying through a complex environment. Until we have evidence, we must stop acting like courtroom judges with access to nothing but WhatsApp forwards. Pilots don't sign up to become villains, they sign up to keep you alive. And when tragedy happens, the least we can do is let the facts lead, not the outrage. What the investigation will reveal. The black boxes are now in the hands of investigators. Here's what they'll examine. Engine thrust at takeoff, landing gear and flap configuration, fuel system data, pilot communication and alerts, and air traffic control recordings, among other things. Was there a technical failure? Was it human error? Was it a chain of multiple small issues? We don't know, and that's okay, because aviation works on patience, not panic. This is a time for mourning, not for memes, for empathy, not for ego. When we speculate irresponsibly, we insult the lives lost. When we spread blame without proof, we erode trust in one of the safest industries on earth. So here's our message to everyone watching. Respect the cockpit, respect the data, and respect the dead. If you truly love aviation like we do, defend it with facts, not fiction.